Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ebony Jean. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It's September, which means Happy Alopecia Awareness Month to all of my kings and queens. I love y'all to life. So today we are going to talk about just a few of the ins and outs and the misconceptions that we have while dealing with alopecia. A lot of people assume that we're going through chemotherapy and things like that, and I'm quite sure that a lot of you get these questions. I know that there are others who don't really know there are different types of alopecia, so I'm going to cover all of that in today's video. Alright, let's get into it. Let's discuss the different types of alopecia. First, you have alopecia areata, meaning patchy baldness, so your hair falls out in clumps and forms smooth rounded patches around the head. Next, you have alopecia totalis, meaning total scalp hair loss. Then there's alopecia universalis or universalis, whichever way you pronounce it. That's what I was diagnosed with, and it's complete scalp and body hair loss. There's another type of alopecia called attraction alopecia, and this is more common within the black community. Whenever you're wearing different hairstyles that pull at the scalp, such as braids for example, because you start balding around here, like around your temples, if that makes sense. I know for me, my diagnosis convened 25 years ago, and my doctor said it was straight alopecia universalis. I thought it was areata, but he said on my diagnosis form that it was universalis. So one of the biggest misconceptions of having alopecia, people assume that your hair does not grow back at all, and that's not true because my hair has come back on multiple occasions. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do have some lashes. I put on some mascara earlier and I was so excited. My lashes started growing back a couple of months ago, and I'm not, taking any special medicine or anything, it just grows back like that. However, I have been taking vitamins because I do have a weak immune system, and I've been trying to eat better. So of course, once you eat fruits and veggies, take your supplements, it does encourage hair growth to an extent. Is it my left side? I think my left eye is fuller than my right. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that I don't have bottom lashes too much. My eyebrows are still gone. Now I can tell you one thing that has been helping my hair grow is Jamaican black castor oil, because it helps to stimulate the blood vessels throughout your scalp and just kind of wakens it up a little bit. But I have been using this consistently just to keep it moisturized, keep my scalp moisturized after I'm out of the shower. But I can tell that my hair has grown in more now than it has within the last year, because I remember my hair tried coming back 2 years ago. Unfortunately, it fell out again and it did reach up here. I feel some hair coming in now and on my sides, but it is definitely more fuller in the back. Yeah, so this is one of the things I've been using is Jamaican black castor oil. I don't know if this will work for everyone, but you can definitely try it and see. Another thing about alopecia, we don't know the exact cause for why our hair falls out when it does and why it does. There's also no cure. So to date, doctors are trying to figure out the answers for both questions. But if I can say something about my personal journey, growing up, I was very ill. I was in and out of the hospital, and I was on multiple medications because I have asthma. So there were different situations where my body was just tired. I just honestly believe that's what the cause is. So a lot of these medications play as a side effect for hair loss, and I honestly believe that's what happened to me. I'm still trying to get answers for that, but that is definitely what I believe. My body was under a lot of stress growing up, and it just couldn't take it. So yeah, that's definitely my educated guess. Another misconception about alopecia is people assuming you have cancer. Let's just address this really quickly because this needs to be said. Alopecia and cancer have no correlation, okay? In fact, the disease cancer by itself does not cause hair loss. It's the medicine and chemotherapy. So don't always assume that because one is bald that they're going through chemotherapy, they're sick. Some of this comes from alopecia. Some might have alopecia, like myself. So if you're scared to ask questions, I would say do your research online. You know, if you are someone who doesn't have alopecia, but you know a family member or a friend or a coworker who has it, you know, do some research. You know, you can always go to different websites. In fact, I'll post them down below in my description box so you all can get more information. But one thing about alopecia is people assuming that we are very ill, you know, and that's not the case. We just can't grow hair. So I would much rather you ask questions and doing research versus assuming and putting these labels on us, because it's really not fair. If my hair were to grow back today, I don't know how I would feel about it, honestly, because I'm so used to myself looking like this. And if my hair grows back, then I feel like I would get emotionally attached, and that's just something I don't want to deal with anymore. Because I remember all those times when my hair fell out and it grew back, and once it grew back, everyone was amazed, you know, they were obsessed, and I was obsessed. But that's one thing that alopecia does. It takes you on this emotional roller coaster. It doesn't matter how many times you lose your hair. Hair loss is devastating to deal with, period. One thing that I have grown to learn is that you have to be comfortable in your own skin and cope the best way you know how. One thing I can't stand is when people who have never experienced hair loss try to tell you how to feel. Of course, cry. I encourage you to cry. It's not easy to deal with, but I also encourage you not to stay in that place for long, because there's more to life than hair. And I know that some people feel like it's the end of the world because they lost their hair. I tell folks all the time, I'd rather lose my hair than to lose my life. You know, it's just hair. You can wear as many wigs as you want. That's the silver lining within alopecia. You can switch up your look however you want to. And I love it because you can be someone different for a change. You know, just wearing hair makes you feel good, but don't stay in that place of sorrow for long. Alright guys, I think I've covered everything. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helped. Please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and check out some of my other videos. I do have my channel dedicated to alopecia, along with some beauty videos and things like that, and I will be posting more to come throughout September. I love you guys to life, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!